How do you feel about the journalism class ending next year?
I think it's sad because journalism is a great skill, or it's a great class that everyone can take and get a lot out of it because it's super fun, and it's more than just writing and it's more than just writing and sitting down trying to find out new stories. It's you get to learn a lot about the campus and the students on the campus and teachers and faculty, and it's super fun. Because of journalism, because of the last 2 years, I am hoping to major in broadcast journalism at a school of my choice. And it was just a super fun class, got a lot out of it. Thank you to Ms. Runzler and Mr. Vargin for the last 2 years. They've been great teachers and great mentors. And I think it's journalism, like Connor said, is kind of a lost art. And I hate to see it go, but I guess not a lot of students are interested in it. So, and I was the last of the Freedom Flyer, the Falcon newspaper. I got to write for that for 1 whole year, but on sports. I was a sports columnist for it, so that was super cool. And then we transitioned into broadcast journalism, and that was super fun as well. But after this year, it's no longer, so I was glad that I got to enjoy 2 years of it that made my high school experience even more fun.
All right. What are you going to miss most about journalism?
I'm going to miss the things that I learned about campus, I guess. Like everything I didn't know was going on, and I've met some people through journalism, like doing some interviews, and I've actually like became friends with them. So I'm gonna miss just kind of writing and learning new stuff about everybody that's on campus and all the clubs and the teachers and people I didn't know before and who I met after that. That's what I'm gonna miss most probably about this class.
What do you have to say to Ms. Runzler?
Ms. Runzler, thank you for the last 2 years. You made journalism super fun. I know you couldn't have been here as much as you would like to this last year due to your illness, but Mr. Vargin stepped in perfectly, and he made this class super fun. We were thinking about you the whole time, and you came back right when school is coming to an end, and it was like you never left and you never missed a beat. So thank you for the last 2 years. Hope you get better, and that's it. Thank you. So Connor, after 20 years, the journalism program is going to come to an end at Freedom. How are you feeling about this, considering you were part of the journalism program for 3 years?
How do I feel? I feel like this is a foolish decision on the part of those who make the class selectors. So next year, when sophomores are just coming into their classes, when they just left freshman year and now have a lot more options for electives than they did the previous year, they will not be able to learn at this school. They will not be able to learn how to write a newspaper article, how to shoot a news segment like the one we're doing right now, how to remain unbiased when documenting current events. And I think that is a tragedy, because journalism really is kind of falling apart these days. There's fake news, there's the decline of newspapers, there's the lack of trust in the media, and I think that as many schools as possible should seek to remedy that. And now, as for my experiences in the journalism program, I had an absolutely fantastic time. I actually originally started before even coming to Freedom. I had journalism in 8th grade at Bristow Middle School, and I had an excellent teacher there. And when I started my journalism at Freedom, I had an excellent teacher here. Ms. Runzler, even though she hasn't been here because of her illness, it's still been a great year, and of course the past 2 years with her have been fantastic. I was chief editor last year of the Falcon Flyer. Well, when we still had it, I wrote many pieces ranging from politics to pop culture for the Falcon Flyer, and I've done a few segments on those things this year. here, but you know what? The future students will be able to do exactly what I did. They will not be able to have those great experiences that I did, and I'm like, these things were so impactful to me, were so significant that they actually heavily influenced the choosing of my major. I am going to major in journalism and communications, focused on journalism at Santa Clara University because of Ms. Runsler and because of her journalism class and because of Mr. Varjan and his video journalism class. But nobody else after this year will be able to do that, and I think that is horrible.
Man. What do you have to say to Ms. Runsler after these years that she's been teaching it? Can you thank her, or what do you have to say to her?
Ms. Runsler, you are probably one of the, no, I know that you are one of the you are perhaps the teacher that will have the most impact on my future. It's because of you, and it's because of the class you taught. It's because of the things that you taught me that I am going to be a reporter in the future. That I have chosen to try to make a career out of writing for a news publication. And thank you so much for all of the experiences, all of the lessons, all of the opportunities to write. And thank you for, even through your illness, even for coming back here, even though you don't feel so well, thank you for coming back. It means so much, even if you can't be here every day like you used to. So thank you so much, Ms. Runsler. I am going to miss you quite a lot when I go to college in the fall.